The Sassy Twins. Episode 1, Mirror Image. At sunrise, Maple Lane's most notorious house simmered with secrets. Morning sunlight spilled through the bay windows, glinting on clean counters, polished wood, and family photos that couldn't possibly tell the whole story. Upstairs, the bathroom was already fogged with steam and laughter. Greg and Craig stood side by side, almost indistinguishable at a glance. Both were tall, athletic, with the kind of effortless charm that made people look twice, and then again. Just to be sure. Greg, ever the morning person, had claimed the shower first. Water poured over his shoulders as he hummed and soaked up, gaze distant, mouth curled in a mischievous smile. Before long, the door creaked open. "Gonna use all the hot water?" Craig's voice, deeper and a touch more commanding, drifted in along with a fresh waft of cool air. He slipped inside, towel slung off with a practiced flick. "Room for two," Greg replied, not moving aside, letting their arms brush as Craig crowded in. Their movements synchronized with eerie precision, hands reaching for shampoo, hips brushing, each acutely aware of the other's presence. The line between sibling rivalry and intimate playfulness was always blurred here. "You're using my razor," Craig accused, grabbing Greg's wrist. The grip was gentle but possessive. Greg grinned, green eyes glinting. Finders keepers. The air was thick with more than steam. The twins had always shared everything, clothes, secrets, even girlfriends when opportunity allowed. Today was no different. Through the thin wall, Danya's phone alarm chimed, low and persistent. The twins exchanged a look. Their sister was up. Downstairs, Tanya moved with quiet authority. Her silk robe clung to her curves as she sipped her coffee, scanning the morning news on her tablet. She was beautiful, her features striking. High cheekbones, dark hair pulled into a sleek ponytail, lips set in a thoughtful line. She knew her brother's tricks, she'd grown up refereeing them, but lately something was off. She heard the shower cut off, followed by muffled laughter and a thumb. The twins were plotting again. She made a mental note to watch them more closely. The front door rattled. David stepped in with his usual sheepish smile, carrying bagels and orange juice.
"Hey, Tanya." He tried to keep his eyes at her level, but they wandered. She didn't miss a thing. "Morning," she replied, voice smooth but wary. "You here to join the circus?" David chuckled, but his attention darted upstairs as Greg and Craig's voices grew louder. The hallway filled with damp heat as the twins emerged in matching towels, hair dripping, bodies still slick. Both were fit and unashamed, moving with the casual arrogance of boys who knew exactly how good they looked. They paused at their bedroom doors, mirror images, but not quite perfect. Greg's walk had a bounce, while Craig exuded subtle dominance. "We switching today?" Greg asked under his breath. Craig smirked. "If you want to keep it interesting." Greg tossed a fresh t-shirt at him. They swapped watches, Craig's classic leather band for Greg's chunky sports model, then rings, then a cologne spritz for a good measure. Their ritual, honed to art form. A soft knock came from down the hall. A slip of paper peeked from under Greg's door, neat handwriting, a heart at the end. "Can't wait to see you later. Miss you already. Kundai." Beside Craig's phone, a string of unread notifications from Prudence, cryptic, sultry, and laced with subtle jealousy. Breakfast was a tangle of legs and glances around the kitchen island. Tanya watched them like a hawk, eyes darting from one twin to the other. David lingered in the doorway, fiddling with his phone, sneaking glances at Danya's exposed thigh whenever she shifted on her stoolie. "So, pool party today?" Tanya asked casually. "Yeah, with Prudence," Craig replied smoothly. But Greg's voice overlapped his, and Kundai making Tanya's eyebrow arch suspiciously. Greg winked at her, peeling a banana with exaggerated care. "Don't wait up," he teased. David snorted but kept quiet. He'd covered for the twins' escapades before, even lied to Prudence once or twice, but today he felt the tension more acutely. Maybe it was Danya's presence, or the way the twins seemed just a little off. Tanya pushed off her stool and stood between her brothers. She was taller than most women, and she used it now, looking down at both. "Try not to get into trouble," she warned quietly. "I'm not bailing you out, again." The twins only grinned. After breakfast, Greg retreated to his room to text Kundai, a sweet message, with just enough edge to keep her blushing all day. Craig sprawled on his bed, tossing his phone into the air as Prudence sent him another barrage of flirty selfies. Outside, Millicent perched on her windowsill, binoculars in hand. Her bedroom overlooked the yard and most of the twins' windows. She watched them swap clothes and jewelry, her lips curling into a knowing smile. She'd overheard more than one late-night secret through open windows. The thrill of knowing, and not yet being known, was intoxicating. She pressed her thighs together and made a silent promise. This summer, she'd be more than just a watcher. The house buzzed with possibility. Upstairs, the twins rehearsed each other's quirks, how Greg bit his lip when nervous, how Craig always adjusted his necklace before flirting. They could fool anyone. "Ready?" Craig asked. Greg mirrored his grin, "Always." As they headed for the door, their paths crossed in the hallway mirror, a single reflected image, impossibly alike. Outside, the day shimmered with heat and secrets waiting to be discovered. Nothing on Maple Lane would ever be quite the same.